Anthony Gonzalez, and I'm applying for Google certified trainer status. And one of the reasons I became a teacher is because I hated school growing up. And I hated it because it wasn't innovative. Teachers were detached from me. And I wanted to do something to change that for other students. And so I sat down with my mom, who was a teacher for 35 years, and I told her that someday I'm going to reinvent the way students are educated. I'm going to impact education beyond just my classroom. And certification trainer status allows me to do that. I can teach teachers so that they can change life for their students. When did we lose that creativity that you used to love in your kindergarten teacher that we don't see in our high school teacher anymore? What happened to putting a towel around your neck and becoming a superhero, or the floor turning lava? We became creatures of habit. So what I want to do is I want to change the way students are educated for the future, to make sure that we don't just have 21st century schools, we have 21st century education. I'm a history teacher, I'm a storyteller, and in doing so, Google Slides has provided me with that opportunity to do it. It is a tool for an entrepreneur, someone who doesn't need to reinvent the wheel. And my presentations have come to life in doing so. As I'm teaching Syria this week, I can embed videos into what are called unsplash backgrounds because of the new add-on that's provided to us through Slides, which is a brand new innovation. Now I could take a slide that is boring, that just has text, and let's bring it to life. I'm going to go ahead and click on add-ons, and I'm going to choose my Unsplash photos. And when I go to my Unsplash photos, it's got a beautiful gallery of images. I'm going to type in Syria, and when one comes up, I'm going to choose one of the war-torn version of the country, where I can bring in these great quality photos to allow students to connect to this in a different way. Now, if I want to add that in and still have my text, I can send that straight to the back. I can take my text, and because I want to broadcast it, I'm going to bring a shape in, and I'm going to draw a shape around the text that I want to keep. When I do that, I'm going to click on my colors. I'm going to customize it, and I'm going to bring my transparency down. That way you just get enough. Now I'm going to get rid of my title here, and as I select, I'm going to send this backwards by holding Command and pushing down. And now I have my text that comes up right on top of it. Now, in addition to that, just having a prettier way of doing things in class, I use presentations to provide my students with what other people would call a textbook. And in doing so, I use screenshots, I bring in maps, I bring in questions to help them understand their reading, and I bring the reading to life. I add video in and a little bit of my own personality, as we all have to be entrepreneurial in our own way. I love broadcasting, graphics, and allowing my students to dive into content. And so as you see this and you see the capabilities, you don't need a textbook that's one-dimensional. You now have three-dimensional capability.